Curious.
Yeah.
Curious. So let's talk about the identities, spiritual, whatever, however, mental, physical, of those individuals who we would say fall in that willful ignorance category. How do I identify them? How, and then when is it time to approach? When's it time to know when to have the healthy conflict? And when is it time to just shake your hands and say, I'm done with this, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. Like, I've cooked this steak. I'm done.
I think approach is always, to me, one-on-one and in a setting outside of either person being triggered.
Mm-hmm.
So once emotions have calmed down and we're back into logical state.
Mm-hmm.
When it's time to say goodbye is when you've presented facts, rationalization, or an argument for a different perspective and someone just doesn't care.
They just don't care.
And in that case, I've realized that's the willful part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I'm intentionally not caring about the effects of what I just said or did.
Right. You cannot make me be involved in this.
Yes.
No, you're trying to discredit who I am individually.
Yes. So when someone does not care about the impact and digs their heels in, I cannot influence that.
No.
When they've stated, I do not care, I do not want to know, and I'm then no matter what facts or argument or information you present, they're not listening because they've just told you I don't care.
Yeah. It's almost like a, what's the term that these kids use these days? I know it's not these kids. It's not called blacklisted. You're scapegoating. It's
Gaslighting.
Yeah. So you gaslight the situation to make it, to make yourself so that you don't have to work on yourself to know that maybe there is that other perspective. Like it's easier to just gaslight it, create this cognitive dissonance and just be like, oh no, you're the problem, not me. Instead of opening up and be like, I could be the problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, we see a lot of that in social media. Mm-hmm. So you have these people that make these bold, and it's really come in, willful ignorance has really come to light this year on social media. Mm-hmm. You'll have someone make a really bold statement as if they are the expert on something. And you'll call them and say, hey, I have some questions. Mm-hmm. And when you start questioning what facts or logic or rationalization they've built that bold opinion on, then they start to get defensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, this has recently happened to me. And she said, well, I don't know a lot about it. Mm-hmm. But yet you chose to post a very bold statement presenting yourself rather like an expert on the subject. Yeah. But then now when I'm questioning, just asking some questions about, and what are you basing that on? And what information led you to believe that way? You're telling me you don't know much about it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, clearly you don't know much about it. That's why, but you're willing to post bold statements presenting yourself as an expert on the subject, as if you know a lot about it. So that's really interesting to me. To me, that's willful ignorance. I have an opinion. When you challenge my opinion with facts and questions and rationalizations, I don't want to face those. I don't want the knowledge. Yeah. Or the new information. So I'm just going to get defensive and tell you I don't know much about it and shut you down. And to me, I can't at that point, I can't reach that person. So I'm just going to move on. Okay. Hoping that maybe my questions will cause them to later on go and look at some different perspective or information. That's all you can do is plant that seed by asking questions.
I was going to say, are we going to plant that mustard seed and hope it grows into something beautiful?